Here's 10 things you should know about the new Arrma KRATON 8S BLX. They're not necessarily criticisms, they're just things that you should be aware of. Well, first of all, let me tell you what I'm not going to be talking about today in too much detail. It's things like the existing features we all know and love on Arrmas, like the all-metal drivetrain. That's not where I'm coming from in today's video. These are standout features, jump straight to the point without spending half your day wading through the Giga sites. So let's get straight down to it. And number one would have to be the integrated electronics module. It comes with a combined ESC, servo and receiver module. That's not meaning it's a combined ESC and receiver. It just means they're all combined into one little module here, which looks very, very neat indeed. However, I would point out this could go in the car's favour and it could also go against it depending on if you want to upgrade that ESC, and more on that ESC later on in this video. So that is point number one to be aware of, the integrated electronics module. Quite a neat touch to my mind. And number two standout features on the Arrma KRATON 8S BLX is the front, rear and tower-to-tower brace triangulation. So not only have you got the new top bar that we've come to know and love with recent Arrmas, we've also got this triangulated bracing system on here. Note, they've not gone down the aftermarket route where they're putting a big aluminum brace on either side. They've gone with these tubes. I guess that is to help keep the cost down, but still keeps it nice and strong. So that's point number two. And point number three you should be aware of. Absolutely outstanding piece of design to my mind. The new pinion gear setup. Note this D shape, the D safe pinion that they're calling it on it. It's secured on it one of three ways. You've got your traditional set screw on there, but this D shape with a little flat spot on there is going to hold the pinion and stop it slipping under heavy load on there. Not only that, notice that little E-clip on the end that clips over the end to hold it on. That pinion is not going anywhere in a hurry. As someone who has written off a Losi XLE motor with the pinion slipping on the shaft, that is an absolutely outstanding piece of design. And for anyone who wasn't sure what I meant by that little clip holding it on in the end, you can see it there in practice. Well, point number four would be that the car comes with Spectrum Smart technology included, so it's got a new smart ESC. So from that, by using the telemetry, you can tell things like the battery voltage, how much juice it's got left in the battery. Also things like the ESC temperature. Not sure if you can tell what the motor temperature is without double checking the spec, but there is a huge amount of information. You can get things like the speed of the car even with the Spectrum telemetry on here. But this integrates with the new smart battery system. But I'm going to come back to this in a later point. But my point number four to be aware of does come with Spectrum electronics included. And point number five, when it comes to standout new design features on the Arrma KRATON 8S BLX, body post shields with integrated body pin retainers. I do quite like the existing system of the integrated body clip on there so you don't lose it, but they've got this new system here so that you're not getting any of the damage where body pins pull through under heavy bashing, etc, etc. So that's a nice new touch to see on there. That definitely caught my eye. If you like what you see today, don't forget to subscribe. And point number six has to be the new shock absorbers. You've got the existing KRATON 20mm shock absorbers on the left, but check out the difference in size. The 24mm ones look absolutely huge in comparison, so that was definitely a standout feature on there, and I think probably comparable to ones fitted to something like an 8S X Max. So that is point number six. And point number seven is another standout design feature that leapt out at me when I first saw it this morning. The integrated bumper and skid plate. I'm liking that design, that all-in-one design on there. But let me know what you think in the comments section below the video. But that just struck me as a really nice engineered piece of design on there. So that is my point number seven on the KRATON 8S BLX. And point number eight, to come back, it's something to be aware of, not necessarily a problem. It's 160 amp 8S ESC. Now, that is the same ESC as they are using on the new Losi DBXL E2.0. That is powering an 850 kV motor. This one is powering a 1250 kV motor on the new Arrma KRATON 8S BLX. So I can't help thinking that it might have been better to have gone a little bit higher on the ESC with maybe 200 amps on there. So I'm hoping the ESC won't be an issue, but recent Arrma releases, the ESC has proved to be the weak point with heat issues developing. Just my thoughts. Sure, you'll have your say in the comment section below the video. Not necessarily criticism, just something to be aware of though. Now, point number 9 of things to be aware of about the Arrma KRATON 8S BLX. And the point I'm going to talk about here, Traxxas are no different on this. You would think with it being seeing the spectrum, the smart technology on the website, etc., the car would be all ready and set up, ready to go. But you do need to buy the Bluetooth module, which clips in the back of the transmitter, and you need the active phone mount on there if you want to make best use of it. So you can run the app and you can see the speed, the temperature, the status, the drive modes, etc. You can adjust all the braking, the acceleration, things like that from here, just like with the Traxxas app. But just like Traxxas, you need to buy the Bluetooth module for the car. So this comes, I would say, smart technology ready, but it's not ready to go out the box. You are going to need to buy optional accessories, and I do think that is something people need to be made aware of. But in doing this, Arrma are no different to Traxxas. Traxxas operate the same kind of policy. Very few Traxxas cars, indeed if any, come with a Bluetooth module in the back of the radio. So point number 9, one to be aware of, not necessarily a criticism, but don't expect to take it out of the box and find all the telemetry working from day one. You will need optional extras to get it working. Now, on to point number 10. Now there are quite a few other standout features, but I thought number 10 could be a talking point between people, which is the size of the car. 1/5 scale, 8S power, as we all predicted on here, showing it there alongside the KRATON 6S BLX overview. Gives you some idea of the size, but just how big is it against the X-Max, and is it going to be an 8S X-Max rival? I'm thinking maybe they should not have had the ring on there if they wanted to go head-to-head with the X-Max in terms of that bashability factor. I've no doubt this thing will handle like a dream though. Here we go, length of the KRATON 8S BLX, 29 inches, 0.9 inches. X-Max 30.67, so they're pretty much spot on the length. Height 13.79 inches for the X-Max, 10.47 inches for the KRATON. So it's losing out a little bit in the height gain to the X-Max. In terms of width, front width 23.7, rear width 23.7 on the KRATON. On the X-Max, front track 22.26 and 20.66. So the 8S X-Max is not as wide as the Arrma KRATON is. Anyway, lots to like about the new Arrma KRATON 8S BLX, and hopefully this video of 10 things you need to know about the Arrma KRATON 8S BLX have helped you. Anyway, do have your say in the comment section below this video. I'm hoping to get one of these, so if you want to see that in action, then don't forget to subscribe, and thumbs up if you like it, guys. Well, thumbs up if you like this video, guys. Post any comments you might have in the comment section below the video, and hit the circle below to subscribe. And if you do hit the circle, don't forget to hit the bell.